Today I will read Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, Chapter 16 through the trapdoor. In years to come, Harry would now require to remember how he had managed to get through his exam when he had half expected Voldemort to come bursting through the door at any moment. Yet the days crept by, and there could be no doubt that Fluffy was still alive and well behind the locked door. It was smoldering hard, especially in the large classroom where they did their written papers. They had been given special new files for the exam, which had been bewitched with an enchanting spell. They had practiced the exam as well. Professor Flitwick called them one by one into his class to see if they could make a pineapple tap dance across a desk. Professor McGonagall watched them turn a mouse into a snuff box. Points were given for how pretty the snuff box was, but taken away if it had whiskers. Snape made them all nervous, breathing down their necks while they tried to remember how to make a forgetfulness potion. Harry did the best he could, trying to ignore the stabbing pains in his forehead, which had been bothering him ever since his trip into forest. Neville thought Harry had a bad case of exam nerves because Harry couldn't sleep, but the truth was that Harry kept being woken by his own nightmare, except that it was now worse than ever because there was a hot figure dripping, blotting it. Maybe it was because they hadn't seen what Harry had seen in the forest, or because they didn't have scars burning on their foreheads, but Ron and Hermione didn't seem as worried about the stone as Harry. The idea of Voldemort certainly scared them, but it didn't keep visiting them in dreams, and they were so busy with their studying they didn't have much time to fret about Snape or anyone else might be up to. Their very last exam was History of Magic. 1 hour of answering questions about batty old wizards who did invent self-steering cauldrons, and they did be free. Free for a whole wonderful week until the same exam result came out. When the ghost of Professor Binns told them to put their wheels and roll up their parchment, Harry couldn't help cheering with the rest. "That was far easier than I thought it would be," said Hermione as they joined the crowds flocking out onto the sunny grass. "I needn't have to learn about the 16 and 37 werewolf court of cotton or uprising Alfred the Ager. Hermione always liked to go through their exam paper afterward, but Ron said this make him feel ill. So they wandered down to the lake and dropped under a tree. The Weasley twins and Lee Jordan were tickling the tentacles of a young sweet what was basking in warm shadow. "No more studying," Ron sighed happily, stretching out on the grass. "You could look more cheerful, Harry. We have got a week before we find out how badly we have done. There's no need to worry yet." Harry was rubbing his forehead. "I wish I knew what this means," he burst out angrily. "My scare keeps starting. It's happening before, but never as often as this. Go to Madame Pomfrey," Hermione suggested. "I'm not you," said Harry. "I think it's warning. It means danger coming." Ron couldn't get woke up. It was too hot. Harry relaxed. "Hermione right. The stone's as safe as long as Dumbledore away around. Anyway, we have never had any brief sneak found out how to get past Fluffy. He nearly had his leg ripped of once. He's not going to try it again in a hurry. And Novel will play with it for England before Harry lets Dumbledore down. Harry nodded, but he couldn't shake off a lurking feeling that there was something he did forgot to do, something important. When he tried to explain this, Hermione said that's just an exam. I woke up last night and was halfway through my transfiguration notes before I remembered we did done that one. Harry was quite sure the unsettled feeling didn't have anything to do with work. Through he watched an owl flutter toward the school across the bright blue sky, a note clamped in its mouth. Hagrid was the only one who ever sent him letters. Hagrid would never betray Dumbledore. Harry, Harry would never tell anyone how to get back Fluffy, never, but Harry suddenly jumped to his feet. Where's Gil going? Said Ron sleepily. I just thought something, said Harry. He had turned white. We have got to go and see Hagrid now. Why? Panted Hermione, hurrying to keep up. Don't you think it's a bit odd? Said Harry, scrambling up the grassy slope. That was Hagrid once more than anything else is a dragon, and a stranger turns up who just happened to have an egg in his pocket. How many people wander around with a dragon egg if it's against wizard law? Lucky they found Hagrid, don't you think? Why didn't I see it before? What are you talking about? Said Ron. But Harry sprinted across the grass toward the forest didn't answer. Hagrid was sitting in an entry outside his house. His trousers and sleeves were rolled up, and he was sowing bees into a large bowl. Hello, he said, smiling. Finish your exams. Got time for a drink? Yes, please, said Ron. But Harry cut him off. No, we are in a hurry. Harry, I have got to ask you something. You know what that night you won Nopert? What is the strain you were playing cards would look like? Do you know? Said Hagrid casually. He wouldn't take his glove off. He saw the three of them to look stern and raised his eyebrows. It's not that usual, y'all. We had a lot of funny folk in Horsehead. That's the pub down in the village. Might have been a dragon dealer. My name P. I never saw his face. He kept his hair up. Harry sat down next to a bowl of beans. What did you talk to him about? Hagrid, did you mention Hogwarts at all? Might I come up? Said Harry, frowning as he tried to remember. Yeah, he asked what I did, and I told him I was the gamekeeper here. He asked a bit about sort of creatures I took after, so I told him, and I say what I always really wanted was a dragon, and then I can't remember too well, 'cause he kept buying me drinks. Let's see. Yeah, then he said he had the dragon eggs and we could play card for it if I wanted. But he had to be sure I could handle it. He didn't want it to go to any old home. So I told him after Fluffy a dragon would be easy. And did he? Did his interest in Fluffy? Harry asked, trying to keep his voice calm. Well, yeah. How many three-head dogs do you meet, even around Hogwarts? So I told him Fluffy's a piece of cake if you know how to calm him down. Just play with him, bit of music, and he'll go straight off to sleep. Harry suddenly looked horrified. I shouldn't have told you about that, he blurted. Forget I said. Harry, where are you going? Harry, Ron, and Hermione didn't speak to each other at all until they came to the hall in the entrance hall, which seemed very cold and gloomy after crowds. Have got to Dumbledore. Say Harry. Harry told that stranger how to get past Fluffy, and it was Easter, Snape, or Voldemort under that clock. It must have been easy once he did got Harry drunk. I just hope Dumbledore believes us. Florence might back us up in a band. Doesn't stop him. Where's Dumbledore's office? They look around and as if hoping to see a sign pointing them in the right direction. They had never been told where Dumbledore lived, nor did they know anyone who had been sent to see him. We will just have to, Harry began, but a voice suddenly ran across the hall. What are you three doing inside? Is Professor McGonagall carrying a large pile of books? We want to see Professor Dumbledore, said Hermione rather briefly. Harry and Ron thought. See Professor Dumbledore. Professor McGonagall repeated as though this way was a very efficient thing to what to do. Why? Harry swallowed no what? A sort of secret, he said, but he wished at once he hadn't, because Professor McGonagall knows truth better. Professor Dumbledore left 10 minutes ago. She said coldly. He received an urgent hour from the Ministry of Magic and flew out for London at once. He's gone, said Harry frantically. Now, Professor Dumbledore is a very great wizard, Potter. He has many demands on his time, but that is important. Something you have to say is more important than Ministry of Magic, Potter. Look, said Harry, throwing caution to the winds. Professor, it's about Sorcerer's Stone. Whatever Professor had expected, it wasn't that. The books she was carrying tumbled out of her hands, but she didn't pick them up. How do you know? She stuttered. Professor, I think I know. That's there's someone going to try and steal the stone. I have to talk with Professor and Dumbledore. She eyed him with a mixture of shock and suspicion. Professor Dumbledore will be back tomorrow, she said finally. I don't know how you feel about the stone, but rest assured no one can possibly steal it. It's so well protected. But Professor Potter, I know I'm talking about, she said shortly. She bent down, gathering up falling spells. I suggest you all go back outside and enjoy the sun. They didn't. It's too nice, said Harry, once he was sure Professor McGonagall was out her short. Snape's going through the trapdoor tonight. He found out everything he needs. And now he's got Dumbledore out of the way. He sent that note. I bet the Ministry of Magic will get a real shock when Dumbledore turns up. But what can we? Hermione gaped. Harry, Ron, Willie, Ralph. Snape was standing there. Good afternoon, he said smoothly. They stared at him. You shouldn't be inside on a day like this, he said with a twisted smile. Harry began without any idea what he was going to say. You want to be more careful, said Snape. Hanging around like that, people think you are up to something, and Gryffindor really can't afford to lose any more boys, can it? Harry flushed. They turned to go outside, but Snape called them back. Be warned, Potter, any more nighttime wanderers, and I will personally make sure you are expelled. Good day to you. He strolled off in the direction of the staff room, out on the stone steps. Harry turned to the other. Right, here's what we have got to do, he whispered urgently. One of us has got to keep an eye on Snape. Wait outside the staff room and follow him if he leaves. Hermione, you did better do that. Why me? It's obvious, Sarah. You can pretend to be waiting for Professor Flitwick, you know. But a high voice. Oh, Professor Flitwick, I'm so worried. I think I got question 14B wrong. Wrong. Oh, shut up, said Hermione, but she agreed to go and watch out for Snape. And he did better stay outside the third floor corridor. Harry told Ron, come on. But that part of the plan didn't work no sooner than reached the door. Separated Fluffy from rest of the school. Then Professor McGonagall turned up again, and this time she lost her temper.